Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machine.
I'm Christi Brown, vice president of sales and marketing.
And Christy, last week we had a guest in. You were away on assignment.
Yes.
And her name was Stefania. And she is from Aroma Italia, which is a flavor company that started in Italy in 1942.
Oh, wow.
And now is based out of Fort Myers, Florida. They have multiple factories around the world making gelato flavors, very intense pastes, and base mixes for making gelato, sorbets, sorbetto, Italian ice, whichever name you like. And they'll be up at our website. You'll see the video. We shot it last week, so if you go back and look into these, you'll see it there. Also, under suppliers, you'll find their information. Definitely think you should check it out. I'm talking to more and more people who are doing small stores, but we're trying to pack in a lot of different great products. So we're doing not only the old-fashioned homemade ice cream, super premium. We're doing our New York-style Italian ice, or water ice, as they call it in Philadelphia, dairy-free, and gelato. And we can pack that all into a 16 or 12 flavor dipping cabinet and a 6 flavor dipping cabinet. So you really have a real good spread of different flavors, keeping in mind that you're in the frozen dessert business. Don't sell hot dogs with Italian ice. Don't sell hot dogs or hamburgers with any kind of food, because dairy product especially will absorb the flavor of those hot dogs, and your mint chip ice cream will take like mint chip hot dog ice cream. So that's
Maybe we have another flavor in the works. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. So that's my first tip of the day.
Well, that and you said water ice, but you one of the things you taught me was water ice.
Yeah.
Water ice, not water ice, but water ice.
They say it wrong.
I had from a Craig. He says, "Hi, Christy. I am planning to open an ice cream parlor. However, every ice cream company I am finding that makes dairy mix is full of loaded additives. Is there a supplier that has anything without additives? If you do, can you please help me?" Yes, I'm sure there are a few other dairies out there. If you know of a dairy that doesn't have any additives in it, that is all natural, please let me know and give me a shout. But in the meantime, Meadowvale has a 16% butterfat, which is a clean label product. There is no artificial ingredients. I think there's 5 or 6 simple ingredients. Every single one of them you can pronounce. I can get you in touch with them at Meadowvale with Eddie. He's a super great guy, does anything he can to help you. And he can hopefully try to find a supplier near you that can start carrying that 16% butterfat. I have personally used it, tasted it, tried it, ran it. It works wonderful in our machines. No chemicals, no byproducts, no flavorings of this or that. It's a great product and it runs very well. So yes, there is. Reach out to me and I can definitely get you in touch with them.
You made some great flavors with that. It was fantastic.
I did. It was very creamy and rich. And who would have thought you can actually make real ice cream with no preservatives in it?
No, it's just like I guess they used to make in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, for me neither.
Maybe I was there for some of the 50s. I guess it's International Week. We also had last week visiting a lady from Ecuador named Paula. That was her first name. That's Paula, but said in Ecuadorian, Paula. And Michaela, if you could zoom in on the picture of Paula's containers, the pints and the half pints. This is great marketing. This is really terrific. Without all the glitz and color and showmanship on the pint containers, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that looks simple, that word that Christy used again, clean, and just to the point of this is a fresh product. This is really something special. And I think that's reflected in the very simple containers. On top of it, there's a label with the company name, and I can't quite pronounce it, Kelao, which is a premium brand in Ecuador. So if you're down in Ecuador or surrounding countries, give it a try. But this is what I want you to see as far as packaging. that you can do pints and half pints in simple containers that don't cost a lot of money and are just really going to be eye-catching because of their simplicity. So hats off to them. I love to see people who, instead of getting towards retirement age and opening up an ice cream parlor, we love you too, but I like seeing the 20s, 30s-year-olds who are already tired of the grind of the 5-day-a-week going into the office and want to branch out and go into their own business. We're the professionals at helping you on doing that. We can really help you, and we work for free. Or as Christi says all the time, I don't work for free.
I don't work for free.
Well, I work for free, but we will be selling you a machine.
Very good. So I got another dairy question. We've said it many times, but it's so helpful in the industry. Do you have any dairies over by me? And because I want to start making my own ice cream. I currently buy it wholesale, or you're thinking about opening up a store, and I need help on where to find a local dairy that has the mix that I can buy. We absolutely do. Kendall did an absolute wonderful job creating this list and calling them all and making sure that they can supply everybody in that state. So give us a shout. You can reach out to any one of us here in the office. Michaela and Kendall are the two most popular ones on the phones and interaction. And then Steve and I, of course, you can reach out to. And we can send that dairy supplier list over. You can find one in your state. And even if you are close to a borderline state, you can even call the state next to you, because if it's only a couple hours away, then you can drive and get it, or they can ship it to you as well. But definitely reach out to us and we can help get that supply list over.
Definitely International Week. We heard from Rakesh.
Oh, yes.
You remember Rakesh?
Yes.
In India.
Yes.
Well, Rakesh calls us all the time, and we're very happy to hear from him. So a little shout out to Rakesh there. He's got his new 24-quart machine.
He did.
And he's up and running. And he had a question for us. We've installed the machine. It's running perfectly, but I'm unable to understand the overrun of 100%. Can you please explain? Yes, we've been through this before, but overrun is like proof in alcohol. If you have a 100 proof rum, it's 50% alcohol and 50% other stuff. If you have 100 proof ice cream, it's 50% dairy and 50% air. And we want that air. That air gives you a good, rich, flavorful ice cream. Instead of using proof, we use the term overrun. My machines with the infinite overrun control that I invented about 24 years ago, we can go much, much lower. We can go to super premium, which is about a 65% overrun. We can go to gelato, which is about 40. We can go to frozen custard, which is about 30% overrun, or 15% air. That's getting really low. But he also asked me about if I'm doing 100% overrun for my scooping ice cream to give the customer a nice big portion and having them feel refreshed, when would I use the custard setting with a very, very low overrun? Well, you may want to do that for pints, because in the old days you would go into a store and the server would scoop the ice cream, put it into the pint, and you see them packing it down like that. I've always noticed that they can barely close the lid because they're trying to get so much ice cream in there. They're condensing the ice cream. They're charging more for it. We can do that right at the Emery Thompson machine by just slowing down the speed with the infinite overrun control. We just tap it down. But you want a heavier, more dense ice cream for the pints, because we're going to charge $9, $10, $11 for a pint. And the beauty of it is you'll always buy two. You'll buy one for yourself and one for your significant other. So you may run two different air contents out of one store. Very good.
My last one I'm going to end with is a lady had reached out, and I've got everything about starting up, don't I? She has got her store, she is ready to go, and she is looking to purchase supplies and wanted to know, do we work with anybody that gives a discount for mentioning Emery Thompson? And we do. There is Frozen Dessert Supplies, and it's just that website, frozendessertsupplies.com, and you get 10% off your very first order. And then gelatosupply.com, and they give you 10% off as well. I don't know if it's the first one or every order, but either way, it's a great discount. And the coupon code is just Emery Thompson, no spaces. So, definitely take advantage and reach out to them because they've got just about everything you can think of to get you started and with your cups and spoons and even stickers and labels, custom pints, gelato pans, scoopers, everything you can think of.
You want to hear a little secret?
Uh-oh.
When you call Gelato Supply and you order something and
Yes.
you use the coupon code Emery Thompson, they also sell an Italian batch freezer. And so now you're advertising my machines on their site.
Oh, okay.
Every time you buy something. Don't tell them. Gee, that's it.
That's it for today.
Bye.